Hello everyone, today it's time for a new Streetlight vlog and we are going to start where we left off with the previous one. So in the last video we started a project at a campsite where we replaced some fixtures and some columns as well. And all that needs to be done now is, we put up all of the columns, but there are still temporary lanterns on there. So we're going to switch them over to the Lightronics LUS. So I figured it might be interesting to show you guys what these lanterns look like that we're going to put up at our project. So as you can see, it's an LED lantern with two drivers inside. One controls the colored LEDs that are underneath. One controls the general white LEDs. And then whenever we open it, which can be hard at times, you can actually see that we have colored LEDs and warm white LEDs. Those are two separately controlled things. And actually the warm white LEDs are dimmable, as you can see. So at night they dim back all the way to 5%. And then, you can read it yourself. Because it's a campsite, there are at summertime people sleeping there, so you don't want a very bright light. That's why I decided to dim it all the way back to 5%. And this is what the warm white light looks like. And this is what the colorful colored LEDs look like. So as you can see, definitely not bright at all. There's just a bit of light coming from it. But it's just meant to serve as more of a party light than actually a functional light. But yeah, I really wonder what it looks like at night. I think it will be a very cool looking thing. And we also need to install some switches in the building itself, so you can control the colored LEDs and the warm white LEDs separately. And then we're going to pray that it all works. But before we start installing the lanterns, let's first take a look at the work that we did previously. Well, as you were able to see, we did that very quickly. And now let's go to the new part. One thing that I got requested quite often was to do a tour of the toolbox that I'm working with, and to be honest, lost quite a bit of tools from the recent replacement projects we are doing, but still figured it might be interesting because quite a few people asked for it. But it's very simple, very basic toolbox. So a bunch of these things here. Don't know the name of them all that well. Here we have some things that have a fair bit of weight to them to draw the wires through columns and everything. Especially with like a rounded edge, it's quite easy. Mostly those wires get stuck inside of the column, but with the round edge they just go downwards like they should be. A marker, see, I don't know, for some reason I have a pink one. This one survived a very long time. And then the thick red one. Some screwdrivers, nothing too special. Also lost quite a bit of those for some reason. Some very good tape. It's very flexible tape. Some more of these, also very important. Without these you can't really even install lanterns on columns. And yeah, and here we have scissors actually. This set of Torx screwdrivers. Just got this thing for free, it's not that good quality. So to strip wires, an automatic wire stripper. And some knives. These two to strip wires as well. And I used to own this very nice set right here, but I lost to the 4 and 3 here, which were yellow and orange, I think, something like that. Looking at the rest of the colors, the multimeter is pretty not the greatest quality, but I remember I had to get one for school, and this one was relatively cheap. And back then I thought I wouldn't really use it all that often, but still, with those products and everything, actually do use it quite often. Right here I have a box which is kind of falling apart, as you can see, full with screws and everything, and a fuse. Just, I mean, it's handy to have some screws and everything with you. And then here we have these things to put on wires, as you can see in all different versions. So that was pretty much the toolbox. Then I thought, why not? These are the drills that I use. I have this charger right here. These are Milwaukee drills, and actually these are pretty good quality, and I think they are very expensive. But I mean, I'm not that much into expensive tools, since I mean, I know myself well, I'm probably just going to lose them all anyway. But I actually won these at like an LED event. There was like a quiz you could do, and then you could win these drills. But it was all version just old people from the office that have nothing to do with LED lanterns, so they didn't know shit. And I mean, I'm not an LED expert, but I do know a fair bit about them. And then here I have this very cringe BMW box with some other cheap screwdrivers in there as well. One that broke though. Still plan on repairing this one someday, but just, yeah, also has some brushes in there to clean lanterns and everything. It's a bit of a mess, and I need to buy some new tools, but that's something for later. So that was pretty much the toolbox tour.